Good evening, my fellow Americans. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you where we are as we mark 1 year since everything stopped because of this pandemic.
You know the thing,
A year
buddy.
ago, we were hit with a virus that was met with silence, spread unchecked, denials for days, weeks, then months. That led to more deaths, more infections, more stress, and more loneliness. Photos and videos from 2019 feel like they were taken in another era. The last vacation, the last birthday with friends, the last holiday with extended family. While it was different for everyone, we all lost something. A collective suffering, a collective sacrifice. A year filled with the loss of life and the loss of living for all of us.
My name is Scott Harrison.
The things we used to do.
What the man was trying to say is, you
always
ain't
fill
black.
us with joy,
Look fat.
have become things
And I like to ride the
couldn't
trains.
do
Where am I?
and broke our hearts.
Mr. President, vote
Too
for me for
often.
Senate.
We've turned against one another. A mask thing to do to save lives. Sometimes it divides us. States pitted against one another instead of working with each other. Vicious hate crimes against Asian Americans who've been attacked, harassed, blamed, and scapegoated. At this very moment, so many of them, our fellow Americans, they're on the front lines of this pandemic trying to save lives. And still, they're forced to live in fear for their lives just walking down streets in America. It's wrong, it's un-American, and it must stop. Look, we know what we need to do to beat this virus. Tell the truth. Follow the scientists and the science. Work together. Put trust and faith in our government to fulfill its most important function, which is protecting the American people. No function more important. We need to remember the government isn't some foreign force in a distant capital. No, it's us, all of us. We the people. For you and I, that America thrives when we give our hearts, when we turn our hands to common purpose. And right now, my friends, we're doing just that. And I have to say, as your president, I'm grateful to you. Last summer, I was in Philadelphia and I met a small business owner, a woman. I asked her, I said, what do you need most? I'll never forget what she said to me. She said, looking me in the eye, she said, I just want the truth. The truth. Just tell me the truth. Think of that. My fellow Americans, you're owed nothing less than the truth. And for all of you asking when things will get back to normal, here is the truth. The only way to get our lives back, to get our economy back on track, is to beat the virus. You've been hearing me say that for while I was running and the last 50 days I've been president. But this is one of the most complex operations we've ever undertaken as a nation in a long time. That's why I'm using every power I have as President of the United States to put us on a war footing to get the job done. Sounds like hyperbole, but I mean it, a war footing. And thank God we're making some real progress now. In my first full day in office, I outlined for you a comprehensive strategy to beat this pandemic. We've spent attempting to carry it out. 2 months, this country didn't have nearly enough vaccine supply to vaccinate all or ever all of the American public. We've been working with vaccine manufacturers, Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, manufacture and purchased hundreds of these 3 safe, effective vaccines. And at the direction and with the assistance of my administration, Johnson & Johnson is working together with the to speed up and increase the capacity to manufacture new Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which is one shot. In fact, just yesterday, I announced, and I met with the CEOs of both companies, I announced our plan to buy an additional 100 of Johnson & Johnson vaccines. These 2 companies, competitors, have come together for the good of the nation, and they should be applauded for it. It's truly a national effort, just like we saw during World War II. Now, because all the work we've done, we'll have enough vaccine supply for all adults in America at the end of May. That's months ahead of schedule. And we're mobilizing of vaccinators to put the vaccine in one's arm, calling active duty military, FEMA, retired doctors and nurses, administrators, and those to administer the shots. And we've been creating more places to get the shots. We've made it possible for you to get a vaccine at nearly any one of 10,000 pharmacies across the country, just like you get your flu shot. We're also working with governors and mayors in 10 blue states to set up and support nearly 600 federally supported vaccination centers that administers hundreds of thousands of shots per day. You drive up to a stadium or a large parking lot, get your shot, never leave your car, and drive home in less than an hour. We've been sending vaccines to hundreds of community health centers all across America, located in under areas. And we will deploy more mobile vehicles and pop-up clinics to meet you where you live, able to get the vaccine, get it. We continue to work on making at-home testing available. And we've been focused on serving people in the hardest hit communities of this pandemic: Black, Latino, Native American, and rural communities.
Hi, guys. This is Tommy with Tommy Nation Politics. I'm still kind of getting ready, but I was listening to the speech while he was, because this is the first time I've heard the speech. So I'm glad y'all are here, by the way, listening to it with me. I think I want to listen to this whole thing because it's hilarious, isn't it? Like the last part. I had to stop it and talk to y'all because I want y'all to get this conversation. You ever work for a boss where you were late for work because you had an accident? He's like, no problem. Well, why didn't you just go ahead and take a taxi here? And then he just literally told us how to take the vaccine. Did y'all just get that? We can meet you, okay? Well, what's your excuse? This is what I'm talking about. So I'm not anti-vaxxer at all, okay? I got the polio vaccine, but there's just something fucking fishy with this shit. They're acting weird. Nobody's acting weird to the polio vaccine, okay? My doctor's like, here, take this. I was like, okay, doc. But here, he's asking us to meet him places for the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? It's like a drug deal. So I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't even know what's happening. But isn't he acting fucking weird? He's a weirdo. Okay? He just told me how to meet him somewhere for the vaccine. It's weird. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I don't have any conclusion to draw from that. But just what he's saying. I don't need to know where to meet you. You don't need to come to my house. Okay? Joe, I'll call you. Okay? Hashtag me too. Tara Reid. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's listen to this guy.
So what does all this add up to?
What the fuck does it add up to, weirdo?
Only 8% of Americans, after months, only 8% of those over the age of 65.
What are you talking about, bro?
Vaccination. Today, that number is 65%. Just 14% of Americans over the age of 75, 50 days ago had gotten their first shot. Today, that number is well over 70%. With new guidance from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, that came out on Monday, it means simply this: millions and millions of grandparents who went months without being able to hug their grandkids can now do so. And the more people are fully vaccinated, the CD will continue to provide additional guidance on what you can do in the workplace, places of worship with your friends, as well as travel. When I came into office, you may recall, I set a goal that many of you said was kind of way over the top. I said I intended to get 100 million shots in people's arms in my first 100 days in office. Tonight, I can say we're not only going to meet that goal, we're going to beat that goal, because we're actually on track to reach this goal of 100 million shots in arms on my 60th day in office. No other country in the world has done this. None. Now, I want to talk about the next steps we're thinking about. First, tonight, I'm announcing that I will direct all states, tribes, and territories to make all adults, people 18 and over, eligible to be vaccinated no later than May 1. Let me say that again. All adult Americans will be eligible to get a vaccine no later than May 1.
Coming to you fresh-faced from home with new Lash Blast Clean Mascara. 10 times the volume, clean formula that's cruelty-free and vegan. Works for me, works for us, works for the planet. New Lash Blast, the clean mascara that works, from CoverGirl.
That's much earlier than expected. Let me be clear. That doesn't mean everyone's going to have that shot immediately, but it means you'll be able to get in line.
He just said, let me be clear. Just so y'all know. Did y'all just see that? He said, let me be clear.
To do this,
he said, let me be clear, just like Obama said when he lied.
1 million shots
oh my
a day
God,
that I
I'm freaking
promised
out,
in
guys.
December.
Easy peasy, beautiful color girl.
To maintaining, beating our current pace of 2 million shots a day, outpacing the rest of the world. Secondly, at the time when every adult is eligible in May, we will launch, with our partners, new tools to make it easier for you to find the vaccine and where to get the shot, including a new website that will help you first find the place to get vaccinated and the one nearest you. No more searching day and night for an appointment for you and your loved ones. Thirdly, with the passage of the American Rescue Plan, and I thank again the Senate for passing it, and my announcement last month of a plan to vaccinate teachers and school staff, including bus drivers, we can accelerate massive nationwide effort to reopen our schools safely. And meet my goal.
I don't like him personally. He's a racist.
100 million shots.
But it's not really about me not liking him. It's just that, don't you think that what he's saying is kind of weird?
In my first
he asked me to meet him at a gas station for the vaccine.
This is going to be the #1
then he was like, you know,
of my new Secretary
let me be clear.
of Education.
Every time Obama said, let me be clear, let me keep your doctor.
Miguel Cardona.
So I do not like him.
In the coming weeks,
but
we will issue
right now
further
it's unusual. He's unusual, Joe.
You can and cannot.
He's unusually not like
fully vaccinated
and kind of acting weird.
To lessen the confusion.
So, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm biased.
And encourage more people to get vaccinated.
Yeah, I don't like him though.
And finally, fifth, and maybe most importantly, I promise I will do everything in my power. I will not relent until we beat this virus. But I need you, the American people. I need you. I need every American to do their part. And that's not hyperbole. I need you. I need you to get vaccinated when it's your turn and when you can find an opportunity. And to help your family, your friends, your neighbors get vaccinated as well. Because here's the point. If we do all this, if we do our part, if we do this together, by July the 4th, there's a good chance you, your families and friends will be able to get together in your backyard or in your neighborhood and have a cookout or a barbecue and celebrate Independence Day. That doesn't mean large events with lots of people together, but it does mean small groups will be able to get together. After this long, hard year, that will make this Independence Day something truly special. where we not only mark our independence as a nation, but we begin to mark our independence from this virus.
Even after 10 years of thinning hair, solved with Simfort carbonated foam.
Okay, so what that was,
I'm
guys,
Tom,
that was called
35 and single. I've been
it was called
suffering
an
from thin hair for
appropriation.
10 years.
Psychology.
My life with thinning hair
So
started
you
10 years
reference
ago.
something
In the
that's
summer when I
a
was
good memory,
25.
like hot
At the
dog
time,
with your
I was
dad or
having
whatever
fun
like
surfing
that.
with my pals. While we were
Like, you
surfing
think of a
one day
good
at the
memory
beach
when you think
like
of Independence Day,
always,
right?
the girls around were kind
Barbecues
of
with a
laughing at me
family,
when they saw me. I
and
had
you
no
tie
idea
in
why they were
your
laughing.
campaign
But
promise
later,
or whatever like that,
told me that my
in with the
lack of
good
hair was
feeling.
really obvious.
It's
Well,
psychological
after
trick.
that, I quit surfing, which I loved.
Independence
I
Day,
tried
guys.
different
That was
ways to
good. That's a
revive
good
my
one.
hair, like hair
Really good.
restorers,
It's interesting. It's a really
therapies, scalp
interesting
massages. But
tie-in.
none of it worked well.
So we're gonna
And on
independence
top
from
of
the
that, the
COVID.
cost of all this
That's
hair
the new.
growth stuff was
That's some
costing
good
a
politics.
fortune. I was about to
Really good
give up
politics,
on
actually.
hair growth. I was upset that
You
I'd have to
referenced
live without much hair for
independence
the
from
rest of my life. But then,
1776.
a friend with the same
Historic,
problem
like,
said
tie
something
that
shocking.
together.
And that was
And
the
his
first
friends
step in
write the
changing my
history
life
books.
of thin hair.
They
That was
literally
this. Isn't it
are gonna
down
do
to
that
the
for him.
shampoo you're using
Oh yes,
every day?
Joe Biden. He was a
What?
great progressive
Shampoo's the
legislator.
reason?
In fact,
I asked the doctor if it was true,
1776,
and sure
July
enough,
4th,
he said
and
this was the
also
cause
Joe
of thinning
Biden
hair for tons of
said,
Americans. The truth is,
2021.
even
You
washing
reference
your
those
head
two to go
every
together.
day, more than 90% of men's
Isn't that
scalps
good?
are still
It's a
dirty.
good.
The
It's a
reason
good
could
trick,
be
right,
the
guys?
regular shampoo you're using
like
right
that.
now. Regular shampoos just can't remove all the dirt from your scalp.
I'm really cool.
If your
I'm so
scalp
glad
is
I
clogged
got
with
an
dirt,
education,
blood
guys.
flow is poor, and
I
pores
thought
get blocked,
at first
so
psychology was
nutrients
hard.
can't get into your scalp.
But,
There's no room for hair to
it's really
grow.
interesting,
So finally, the hair roots die,
referencing
and thinning
things,
just
man.
gets
That's
worse.
crazy.
This isn't a good scalp
Anyway.
condition for hair growth. Of course, with such a
I'm
bad
skip this
scalp
ad because it's a
environment,
hair growth. It's making me feel insecure because I'm balding.
But to get there,
I can't listen to people
can't let
talking
our
about hair
guard
growth.
down.
Okay, I know.
this fight
Don't
is
talk to me
far
like
from
that.
over. As I told the woman in Pennsylvania, I'll tell you the truth.
It is difficult to
July
understand.
4th with your loved ones is the goal. But a goal, a
Yes,
lot
it
can
is.
happen.
It's always
Conditions can
very hard to
change.
understand people.
The scientists have made clear
And I know that you're not from this country.
that things may
But
get
you're from
worse
Europe,
again.
so you should understand English. But
There's new variants
it's always
of
different to understand
virus
anybody when there's
spread.
marketing, branding, and stuff involved.
We've got work
That's
to
why
do
we
to
should
ensure that
have a
everyone
free-thinking,
has confidence
innovative, and
in
open-minded
the
discussion.
safety and effectiveness
Not
of all
talk
three
about
vaccines.
not try to
So my
maintain
message
wealth.
is this.
We don't have any wealth, so
Listen to Dr.
that's why
Fauci,
all of us are here.
one of the most
All my friends,
distinguished and trusted
conservatives,
voices in the
progressives,
world.
we all have conversations.
He's assured us the
And
vaccines are
we don't like
safe.
any of these guys because we know they're trying to play
We
us.
underwent
So
rigorous
it's kind of fun to figure out
scientific
how.
review. I know they're safe. Vice President Harris and I know they're safe. That's why we got the vaccine publicly in front of cameras, so for the world to see, so you could see us do it. The First Lady and the Second Gentleman also got vaccinated. Talk to your family, friends, your neighbors, the people you know best who've gotten the vaccine. We need everyone to get vaccinated. We need everyone to keep washing their hands, stay socially distanced, and keep wearing the mask as recommended by the.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to stop it all the time, but did you guys notice how he's leaning into the podium? It's an interesting body language. He's begging us. He's literally begging us to get vaccinated. Why? Why is he begging us to do this? It's kind of weird. Do y'all not think this is weird? Is it just me? Maybe I'm weird. I am weird. So maybe it's just me. But he's leaning into the podium, and he asked me to meet him at a gas station for a vaccine. This is my interpretation. So, I just think this is weird.
CDC. Because even if we devote every resource we have, beating this virus and getting back to normal depends on national unity. And national unity isn't just how politics and politicians vote in Washington, or what the loudest voices say on cable or online. Unity is what we do together as fellow Americans. Because if we don't stay vigilant and the conditions change, then we may have to reinstate restrictions to get back on track. And please, we don't want to do that again. We've made so much progress. This is not the time to let up. Just as we were emerging from a dark winter into a hopeful spring and summer is not the time to not stick with the rules. I'll close with this. We've lost so much over the last year. We've lost family and friends. We've lost businesses and dreams we spent years building. We've lost time with each other. And our children have lost so much time with their friends, time with their schools. No graduation ceremonies this spring. No graduations from college, high school, moving up ceremonies.
Fred Smith here told us the B&H photo helped change his life. Fred, tell us your story.
I was a fitness instructor in Atlanta, and I transferred to New York. It's 2020. Right as the city went under lockdown.
Oof,
I really such more balls.
All studios
Democrats and Republicans on YouTube with their
I started
advertisements.
workout with Fred.
Can't go
It's
5
an
minutes
online
without
fitness
advertising,
platform,
guys.
Cycling classes and off-the-bike classes
Crazy.
taught by me.
This is
Talk about
America.
lemon to lemonade.
As I started looking
Shabba?
for equipment, everybody
Welcome
I
to
spoke
America.
to
Hey, check this out. This is America right here.
I needed a camera,
This is America in a
lens,
nutshell.
microphone, capture card, audio interface.
Whoa, Fred,
You have
you're
all that
running out
shit?
of room here.
Then you're not cool.
Well, here's the thing.
You're not
That
cool at all
setup
if
is
you don't have
really
this shit.
complicated, and that's where
Hey, look at her.
I
She's
felt like
happy.
every
She
expert
works.
I spoke to had
She
been in
sells
my
you this
shoes
shit.
before. Whether
The only
I was
reason
on
she's
chat
happy
or I
is because she
called,
sells
anytime
you
I had a
the
question,
shit
they
that
had a
we-
solution.
that
I
we
was like,
get you to
I
buy.
wish I called you earlier.
Welcome to
We're
America.
always here for you, Fred. Say, where do you film all this?
Where do you film all
Let me
this?
show you.
This
My
studio.
living room is essentially
Anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming on the Hunger Games.
You know, and there's something else we lost. We lost faith in whether our government and our democracy can deliver on really hard things for the American people. But as I stand here tonight, we're proving once again something I've said time and time again to the probably tired of hearing me say it. I say it to foreign leaders and domestic alike. It's never, ever a good bet to bet against the American. America is coming back. The development, manufacturing.
Okay, so it's never a good thing to bet against the American people. So, who is he talking about when he says this? Was he talking about us? Or was he talking about the Chinese? Was he talking about Wall Street? Because they were literally betting against the American people. Remember? They bet against GameStop. They bet against GameStop. They shorted their stocks. They do that all the time. They bet against the American people in 2008 when they took they did faulty loans. They literally knew these people couldn't pay their mortgages. They literally knew that. They were counting on it. It's never good to bet against the American people, Joe. Joe, what did you do? What actions did you take? Because actions speak louder than words, Joe. Actions speak louder than words. So you were there in 2008. You were there for 47 years. God, I can't remember. Let me look into the past. Let me look into the past and remember what Joe Biden did. Oh! Did you give the people their houses? Did you give people money to pay for their mortgages during a recession? No. You didn't. You didn't at all. Obama did not. It was bad, bro. People lost their houses. They bet against the American people, and they got richer. So what Joe Biden's trying to tell you guys is please, please, please bet against the American people. If you're Wall Street, the banks, the military-industrial complex, or any of my owners, because I'm a puppet, I'm a cuck. I'm a politician. I'm lying to you. Let me be clear. Please believe that I need you to take this vaccine, please. I'm gonna meet you at a gas station. What time can you take the vaccine? What I'm trying to say is, guys, basically, I don't give a shit about you, but someone's trying to get. Okay, so this is where my logic is going. I need you guys to write out the chat. Because, so at times I am insane, okay? So I need to, I want to have a conversation. Because this is some serious shit, okay? It's been serious for a long time. And I don't want to be poor Jerusalem. I really don't. I don't want to be poor Jerusalem. Although, the Israelis and the Palestinians are another story. Let's just be free-thinking and open-minded, guys. Forget the fact that I don't like Joe Biden. I'm not even thinking about that right now, okay? I'm just thinking about what is going on right now. Because something is. That's all I'm thinking about. What's going on? What's going on with this? He keeps saying, I know you're going to, he just said, emphasized it too. He's emphasizing, don't bet against the American people. Who is he talking to? Is he talking to me? Because I have never done that. Never have. Wall Street has. But they literally rewarded them when they did. So what are you trying to tell? What are you trying to say? I don't get it. So am I supposed to just listen to your speech right now without going back to the past, thinking about your actions? Because I can't do that. I can't separate past from this, because this is all relative, okay? And literally, I've been right about everything that's been happening so far. So I'm really feeling pretty confident too. Most of the time, I'm very insecure about my opinions when it comes to what's gonna happen in the future. Okay, not my opinions in general, but what's gonna happen in the future. But I've been on the ball. So literally, this guy is leaning into a podium, telling me he's gonna meet me at a gas station for a vaccine. And then he told me not to bet against the American people. I don't know what the fuck that means. The only people who have bet against the American people are Wall Street. So who are you talking to? What's going on, bro? I guess I'm just over the games. I'm just trying to figure out what the what's behind the curtain. I literally Toto. I'm barking at the guy behind the curtain. I'm just trying to figure that out. What the fuck is he trying to do? What is this? What is this? Guys, please answer me. What is this? Because I really want to know. What's going on?
And distribution of vaccines in record time is a true miracle of science. It's one of the most extraordinary achievements any country has ever accomplished. We also just saw the Perseverance rover land on Mars. Stunning images of our dreams that are now a reality. Another example of the extraordinary American ingenuity, commitment, and belief in science and one another. And today, I signed into law the American Rescue Plan, an historic piece of legislation that delivers immediate relief to millions of people. Includes $1,400 in direct rescue checks, payments. That means a typical family of four earning about $110,000 will get checks for $5,600 deposited if they have direct deposit or in a check, a treasury check. It extends unemployment benefits. It helps small businesses. It lowers health care premiums for many. It provides food and nutrition, keeps families in their homes. And it will cut child poverty in this country in half, according to the experts. And it funds all the steps I've just described to beat the virus and create millions of jobs. In the coming weeks and months, I'll be traveling along with the First Lady, the Vice President, the Second Gentleman, members of my cabinet, to speak directly to you, to tell you the truth about how the American Rescue Plan meets the moment. And if it fails at any place, I will acknowledge that it failed, but it will not. About how after long, dark years, one whole year, there is hope and light of better days ahead. If we all do our part, this country will be vaccinated soon. Our economy will be on the mend. Our kids will be back in school. We'll have proven once again that this country can do anything, hard things, big things, important things. Over a year ago, no one could have imagined what we were about to go through. But now, we're coming through it. And it's a shared experience that binds us together as a nation. We're bound together by the loss and the pain of the days that have gone by. We're also bound together by the hope and the possibilities of the days in front of us.
Coming to you fresh from home with new Lash Blast Clean Mascara. 10 times the volume, clean formula that's cruelty-free and vegan. Works for me, works for us, works for the planet. New Lash Blast, the clean mascara works from CoverGirl.
My fervent prayer for our country is that after all we've been through, we'll come together as one people, one nation, one America. I believe we can and we will. We're seizing this moment, and history, I believe, will record. We faced and overcame one of the toughest and darkest periods in this nation's history, darkest we've ever known. I promise you, we'll come out stronger with a renewed faith in ourselves, a renewed commitment to one another, to our communities, and to our country. This is the United States of America. And there's nothing, from the bottom of my heart, I believe this, there's nothing we can't do when we do it together. So God bless you all. And please, God, give those people who lost someone. And may God protect our troops. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I look forward to seeing you.
That was very interesting. From the bottom of my heart, I need you guys to take this vaccine right now. I'll meet you at a gas station. I'll meet you wherever you want. Take the vaccine, please. What the fuck's going on? That's what I'm talking about, guys. So,
thank you for joining with us today. I've had the opportunity to meet
it's Governor Abbott. Forget about Governor Abbott. Our Governor Abbott, he literally opened Texas. And I don't really know how I feel about it. Actually, I kind of do. Can I tell you guys? You're going to cancel me? You probably will. Because I'm a progressive. I believe in progressive ideals. I feel like that right now, the only thing that keeps me like labeled, I'm not labeled. I don't like labels, but it's the only thing that keeps me on the progressive side as far as like people liking me. I don't really know how people like me or whatever, but I like progressive ideals. I do. I love them. People should have health care, especially during a pandemic. People should legalize marijuana. People should have a Green New Deal. Okay. I mean, if we're going to spend money, we should spend money to, give back to the earth. Spend money to give people educations. So I feel like I have that leftist mindset. But just because Governor Abbott opened the Texas and everything's 100% capacity, I'm a big believer in this, guys. Us, our decisions, our choice. I'm pro-choice. I thought that was a left thing. So Governor Abbott can open Texas all he wants. Yeah, please open Texas. Because I'm still living. I never stopped being me. Check you out. Never have. Never stopped it. Can't stop, won't stop. I never stopped it. So even if Governor Abbott opens Texas, I'm still me. And everything's okay. But everybody's talking about the mask mandate. Everybody's talking about, why don't you have a mask mandate? I just wonder, why do we need a mandate? Why can't we just wear masks because we want to or we don't? There's a vaccine now, apparently. Joe Biden's going to give it to you anywhere you want. I don't understand, you guys. So, one of the, I love my job right now. I do Tom and Nation Politics. It's free thinking, innovative, open-minded, independent media. But one of my, everybody's got those things in their job. I have to listen to these guys all the time. And I do not understand them at all. because I know they're angling for stuff. And I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I don't buy it. Sorry, I don't need your vacuums. I don't need your Norditrax. I don't need your not vaccine. I mean, I probably do need your vaccine, but I'm gonna wait till you stop being weird before I take it. How about that? Wait till you stop asking me, when am I gonna take it, and leading you to a podium asking me to take it. I don't need you to tell me when I'm gonna take it. I need you to tell me to wear a mask. Okay? You can give me the information, and I can make a decision. I can make my choices. That really is something that I really feel strongly about. Okay? I really do. I feel like, does that make me not a progressive? That I feel strongly about how I can make my own choices? Because I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I'm just me. Never stop being me though. Never have. Sometimes I do wish I could. But who doesn't, right? So, I mean, it is what it is, as I always say. And these two parties do not care about us at all. These two parties do not care about us at all. They use us as pawns to do what they really want to do. They talk about us. So, the American people. So Mitch McConnell today, he issued a stark warning to the Democrats about the filibuster. Said he was going to never listen to the other side. I'll mention like what they're doing now when they passed that relief bill to their donors, when they didn't give a single Republican vote, and still they passed it. Kind of makes you wonder what the Democrats can really do if they want to do it, doesn't it? See, I feel like now, whenever I talk to a regular person, like, not to make fun of you or anything, check off, because like, you know, you're a person and you have your thoughts. You assume that I would vote for Joe Biden because I don't like Trump, but I don't feel like I should make a choice because I don't play Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that stuff. If you give me a choice, literally in relationships too, give me a choice, my way or the highway, I'm gonna take the third one. I'll find one. I'll find another option. I do not like two choices. I hate it. Okay? I hate it. It is not cool. There's so many things in life. Think of this life. Think of this world. This world. People don't know how it got here. Some people say it was the Big Bang. Some people say it was God who did 6 days. He had to rest on the seventh. Either way, we live so long, we can't comprehend all of the things on this planet. Can't. Everything is so intricate. Molecules inside of atoms, inside of elements. And that's literally how every single unique human being is designed. It's a miracle. So I don't assume things ever because everything's unique. And I have no idea how things work, really. I know how music works. I would just go over music. And sometimes music can be beautiful. But what I learned about music is that you can compose and arrange a beautiful piece. And it can mean completely something to you, you know, as you were composing it, be inspired. You could be influenced by so many different sources. And then you put it out there. And then people think it means something completely different because it's art. I like that, though. I like that. As long as it doesn't make you want to do something negative. I like listening to people when I put out music. They're like, oh, yeah, I thought that meant this. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't mean that, but that's so cool that you thought that. Do you know what that is? That's relation. That's attribution. That's the thing that Joe Biden was trying to do with the Independence Day. 17, you know, he tried to say that we're gonna be independent. So politicians use this psychological thing to maintain power. As you see, you just witnessed it. He literally tried to attribute July 4th. He tried to do that. Artists, though, they they relate by accident. And it's awesome. It's so fun. So fun. It's real too. I like that. It's beautiful. See, that's the thing, is that we all have choices, and you can choose to try to deceive and maintain power and be greedy, or you can choose to actually contribute to society. Who defines contributing to society? Who does that? I hope it's not the Democrats and Republicans. I hope it's not. That's all I'm just saying. Check you out. It's good to see you, bro. How you doing? Big changes coming. I'm glad you're positive, man. We should be positive. One of the feedbacks I've gotten on my show is that I'm doom and gloom. I think everything's bad. I don't. I talk about these parties all the time because they're always doing nefarious things. But I don't know if y'all saw my video, the pre-video that I released on YouTube, but these two parties are not everything, okay? They're not. They're a very, very small part. And in fact, our founders made it so that they reflect our will. And they have. You know what's funny? They have. They've reflected our surrender, our cowardice, our acceptance, our bandwagon mentality, and our willingness to go along and get along and contribute only to the conventional wisdom and the social norms. Is that the contribution we want to make to society? No, it's not. So I'm not doom and gloom at all. I just want us to, the third way. I want the third way. I choose the third way. That's all I'm saying. Okay? So everything's not bad. We're not all evil, but quantifiably, the Republicans and the Democrats are, okay? I'm sorry. It is now, after how long have they been running these games? Okay, now it's quantifiable, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Since the 80s, 90s, 2021, 50 years of Democrats and Republicans. You don't know what these guys are going to do now? They're not original at all. Run the same games all the time. We're gonna go to Venezuela. We're gonna fucking do a coup. We're gonna sell arms to Libya. They do the same shit every day. So now, that's why I'm feeling a little I'm confident in my projected future, because if we make the choice, we can choose the third way. We can choose the third way, but if we make the choice to go down this rabbit hole that we've been going down for 50 years, then I do, as a musician, I have a good memory. Okay. I can sight read very well. I can also play by ear. I'm playing it by ear, guys. We're doing coups, expanding the wars, Wall Street banks, military industrial complex. It's a really easy song to learn. Easy song to learn. I learned it on piano. I learned it on voice. I could probably play on guitar too. It's a really easy song. There's only like 3 chords. So I'm just saying. So I don't think everything's doom and gloom. Just say it. Stop thinking I do. Maybe I'm really sad. Am I really sad, guys? I try to make the lighting a little bit more happy. But the main thing I care about, guys, is choice and freedom. Cause my people, we've had a hard time getting it. I want to keep it. So that's all. You know what I'm saying? I got biases of my own all the time. Some of it's experience. Some of it's taught. The thing about life that we should be worrying about is not the Republicans or the Democrats. We should be worrying about our biases and trying to separate the ones that actually make sense from the ones that are not good, and like make ourselves better. And I really did. I thought that was progressive, because we progress, right? That's how we progress. That's how we evolve. We take ourselves, put out the pros and cons, and then we go, okay, this is a bias because I know this is experience, and so this is what I know. And then this is one because, I feel this way, or I was taught this way. And then I can root that out, and I can work on that. But literally, these guys are robbing the treasury every day. And they're putting minimum wage in a COVID bill. They're doing weird shit. So now, this is why I have a show, by the way. Because now it's gone way far beyond neoliberal policies and laissez-faire economics. It's gone to the point where they're doing weird shit. So somebody's got to say something, okay? Somebody's got to say something. Because, like, literally, these guys don't even, like, they know you're watching them, but they know that you're going to vote for Republicans and Democrats. Anyway. So why the fuck should they even change their little tunes? Their little riffs? We are going to rob you. Yeah. Why should they change the tune? The tune sounds great. We're accepting the tune. Tune sounds great, guys. But what? But Trump. But Trump. But what about Trump? So I think I'm over the parties. And I will admit to you this. Sometimes I feel very, very discouraged. Because I'll do a show like this where I have conservatives and liberals and progressives on my show. We talk. We listen to each other. We listen to each other all the time. It's awesome. I've learned a lot. Learned a lot. That's what I love about my job. But, and then I go back to the real world. They talk about Russia. Talk about all these things that aren't real. And they don't matter at all. It's discouraging. I don't know what to do about it. So maybe I am a little discouraged. Because I see this, I have to watch these guys all the time. And they're horrible. They're lying all the time. The only thing they want, it never changes. Never changes. The only thing they want is to stay in office. That's it. That's all. You could think there's something more. I did at first. When I saw Obama, I thought he wanted change. But he didn't. Let me be clear. He didn't. So then I used that experience as a way to figure out what exactly is going on. I got good at it, I think. So I'm gonna keep going. So I'm wrong, but if I am, I'll admit it, because there's nothing wrong with being wrong. That's life. That's life. That's humanity. Humanity's not bad. We have a lot of different kind of influences. We have some people believe we are made in the image and likeness of God. I'm an agnostic, so I hear that. I listen to it, maybe. But I feel like even if we are all of that included into us, and we have to choose, right? Choose. So we choose. I only choose one thing right now. I choose to get my country because I love it. I love my country. I grew up here. And by the way, we came from slavery to Jim Crow to literally the first black president. Now, Democrats meant that for evil. They meant that to fool you, pass their legislation. But that meant something. That meant that we have a real chance now to actually, those in the founders, they wrote in the Constitution that all men are created equal. Well, what some of them meant, not all of them, but what some of them meant was that only rich white land-owning white owners were equal under God. You know what I'm saying? In other words, we have an opportunity right now, to literally take those words with the Civil Rights Act, everything that's happened in the past, and the LGBTQ community, on the rise with the Equality Act. We can make those words literally mean something. We can do that. We can do something our founders didn't do. We could take that history and we could progress it. We could progress that history. I want to do that. But the only way we can do it is if we stop listening to these liars because they're lying. I'm saying, stop listening to these guys divide us. Okay? There's no reason for it. None of these guys are ever telling you the truth. I mean, there's 3 people that are. And this is my opinion. So this is my opinion. There's Rand Paul. There's Bernie Sanders. There's Tulsi Gabbard. She's out of office now. They really didn't like her. She told the truth a lot. But the thing about Tulsi Gabbard is, she is very feisty. She will literally like check you back. You check her, like when Hillary called her a Russian asset, then she was like, "You're the queen of warmongers." Oh God, they do not like that. Okay, they do not like to be fucking hit back. They can hit you all day. You hit the back, shit. Fuck no, get out of office. We're gonna run someone else. But also like Tulsi Gabbard, the thing about her that got me. I don't like politicians at all. I like Bernie Sanders. I like Tulsi. Bernie, he says the things I like, and I like how he just focuses on the issues. That no matter what, he'd be going down an elevator talking about fucking healthcare. It's awesome. It makes me laugh. But the thing about Tulsi is that like she literally went to Syria to find out what they were doing. That's why they don't like her too. She went to Syria. She went on a fact-finding mission. How many politicians you know go on fact-finding missions? None of them. They don't give a shit about us. She did. She took a plane to Syria, a war zone. Why? Because she joined the military to help the Iraq. She tried to volunteer for our country. Now, as a real progressive, she didn't want to really kill people, so she became a medic. So she was in the war zone, but she only to help people. And she did. She saw a lot of people die too. A lot of her friends died. Changed her a lot. And I feel like that got her the gumption to fucking take Kamala Harris on this debate stage. It would be like, Miss Harris, why you lock people up for marijuana? Hey, Miss Harris, why you keep people in death row? And they went back to the Syria thing. Because she took a plane to Syria to find out what they were doing. She really wanted to know. God, I love people that really want to know shit. So awesome. And she found out too. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Ask and it shall be given. She walked in and she saw our CIA giving weapons, our guns, to rebels to overthrow Assad. She saw it with her own eyes. And she told me. She told us. And immediately, bro. Whoa, bro. I've never seen that shit before. The CIA shit, man. Man, they really know how to fucking smear people. She was anti-trans. She was transphobic, anti-gay. She was a Russian asset. Man, I've never seen them come down like that before. Now, Bernie, he will say all this shit too. But then, like, when it's time to endorse Hillary Clinton, I'm on board. Oh my God, dude. That girl, Tulsi Gabbard, though, she is principles and values, bro. And she has literally shown those. In the times of testing and trials, they reveal who you really are. That's why they call them trials. That's why they call them trials. Because they are a trial of you. You are on trial. Every bad moment of your life, you choose how you handle things. And that is who you are. Some of us don't do it all too well. Some of us self-destruct. I'm not gonna say who those people are, but I'm working on that. Okay, I'm progressing. So that's why this time, instead of when I was in March and it was lockdown, and I saw these politicians robbing us, and I was inside. I had to stay inside. I tried to make the best of it. I got really good grades in school, and I did a show. I started a show. This show. I didn't fucking just like binge fucking drug use this time. That's what I would have done in the past. I would have fucking gone into my room and you wouldn't have seen me for like a long time until I ran out of drugs. So see, this is what I'm talking about, guys. In real life, you decide how you handle shit. You decide that. You can make choices and you can grow from shit. So I'm excited about that shit. I'm trying to bring that to everybody. I'm trying to bring that shit to everybody. I'm trying to let them know the good news, the gospel truth, is that these two parties mean nothing. You know who does? We the people. We the people, bro. Fast and Furious, check you out. What are you talking, bro? What are you talking about? John Connor? John Connor, come with me if you want to live. I love that movie. I don't like so much the fact that it's like the same plot, though. It's like there's a Terminator, comes out of nowhere. It finds clothes. Then it wants to find the Connors. Like, what the fuck? I wish it wanted to find Roseanne Connor. Just kidding. I'm just saying, like, she's funny, but like, and by the way, the ambient thing, I don't care. What she called that woman a monkey, I don't care. It's like literally that's. If you're racist, by the way, none of the insults that I've ever heard about black people have been very like burning. You're a monkey. You're an N-word, guys. I've yet to meet a racist that like literally comes up with anything interesting to say. It's always the same shit. You're an N-word, you're a monkey, you're a coon. I'm like, okay, have a great day. Now, if they walked up to me and they're like, you, sir, something fucking really interesting, I'd be tired. I want a racist to do that shit. She's like, I'm not gay. I don't give a shit about that, though. What I do give a shit about, though, is the fact that her laugh from the 80s, her show, it haunts me. Sometimes I'll be in my bed. I'll be like, then I'll be there. Her and Hillary, dude. Those laughs. Don't ever laugh. Please don't. You're a dog. You're not good ratings. You're not tremendous. Not at all, guys. Not at all. So, guys, I made a really big video because, you know how I did my Jerusalem, my Port Jerusalem video right there. I was really trying to figure out how to relate my message because I feel like, you know, my feedback is that I'm doom and gloom. Okay, I don't want to be that. So I'm not. But communication wise, I have to convey my message properly. So I really listen to all feedback. So that's what I was trying to figure out. And Hillary, I love how they call her that shit. She is though. It's so funny. Dude. We died. These politicians are weird. I mean, really, listen to them. Listen to these guys. Forget about Republicans and Democrats. Listen to these guys talking. I just heard Joe Biden say he was going to meet me at a gas station. I can't. These guys are weird. So anyway, people ask me, are you going to be a politician? I don't know if I could, man. Because I can't be as weird as that. I cannot. I'm going to be like this because that's how I've always been. And maybe other people are comfortable being other people, but I'm not. Unless I'm acting. Then I can get in that character and, you know, figure out what they do. But I have to do a Christian Bale thing. You know what I'm saying? I have to go on an island, get a fitness coach, and I have to work on my character. I can't just like outright lie. Can't do it. It hurts me actually when I lie every day. Hey, Restream says, congratulations, you've received 100 messages today. Check you out. Thanks, bro. That was you, bro. You wrote them all. Dude, I love you, bro. She-mob. Yeah, I know. What if we had wait, guys, what if we had a government that works for all of us and not the few? What if these politicians just was like, you know how Joe Biden was like, let me be straight with you. From the bottom of my heart, there's nothing we can't do together, please. Look at that, guys. Here's reality. Let me inform you what's going on. And what should we do? Because I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Joe Biden doesn't know what to do. Maybe he's completely doesn't know. Hey, why don't you ask? When I was a kid, I was afraid to raise my hand sometimes in class because then people think I'm stupid. My mom told me. She's like, no. Who cares what they think? Who cares what other kids think? You need to learn this information, sir, because you need to have your report card, and that report card needs to say A's, maybe B's. That's what my mom said. So I don't care how you get those, but I need those results immediately. If that means you asking questions, well, you better ask those questions. I need those A's. So I was like, okay, Mom. So I rose my hand. Okay, if you don't know something, Joe, ask it. Find out. But don't lie to me. Don't pander. Don't, because it's not productive. So this whole system is just that. It needs to change. It needs to change. And it can. Okay? Can. That's all I'm saying. But oh my God, it's almost time. Well, guys, do you want to talk about anything right now? Because I kind of said my whole poor Jerusalem thing the other way. Do we want to be poor Jerusalem, by the way? Do we want to have the same mistake that they made? Maybe I'll just end with this. So, y'all know the story of Jesus. I'm not a really religious kind of guy. I don't know what I believe. I'm kind of glad that I don't know what I believe, because then I'm like constantly just thinking about it, and that's cool. But Jesus' story, it really inspires me, because he literally made a sacrifice for somebody else, and he was a leader, right? So we need that a lot here now, right now. Maybe that's why it does. And he went to Jerusalem on a Palm Sunday. Then he rode a donkey in, and from the beginning, just like Tulsi Gabbard, bro, they did not like him. Caiaphas was on his ass. Caiaphas was on his ass. Follow him around the temple. Why are you doing that, Jesus? Jesus, what is this? You have eyes, but you do not see. You have ears, but you do not hear. Do you guys know how fucking much that relates to me every day? You have eyes, but you do not see. You have ears, but you do not hear. So, I mean, I don't know about the whole Bible, but every one of those red letters, bro, that relates to me hardcore. Everything Jesus said was like, yeah, bro, what's with these guys? Why do they be like that? Why do they be like that? So, that's what I'm saying. So, fucking Jesus. At the end of his life, Pontius Pilate, he doesn't know what's going on, because the Romans, they literally want to conquer everything, right? So he's just a fucking little what's it called, Praetorian? He's a little mayor of Jerusalem. Mayors don't want to do shit. Wash his hands. Get blowjobs from the harlots. Maybe do the Colosseum. All of a sudden, he comes back to town. Barabbas, 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 Barabbas. This is Jesus. Jesus, what's up? He don't say nothing. Jesus like, oh, these guys, they're fucking weird. Pontius Pilate like, I don't know what to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a politician. I gotta fucking kill you, bro. If you don't say anything. Because, like, literally, I gotta appeal to my base. That's what ended up happening. And Jesus like, I know, bro. But it got happened. And it did. So, all of that, guys, really rings true to me. The fact that, A, he was a leader and he wasn't a ruthless asshole who only cared about the 1%, who almost wasn't. They tried to get him, Simon the Zealot, tried to get him to run against Rome. You could really be the king of the Jews, Jesus. She wasn't interested in that shit. Tulsi Gabbard wasn't interested in being Hillary's DNC chair. And then you see what happens, guys, when you're not interested in what the establishment wants you to be in. When the establishment comes to you and says, you're in the military. You're a woman. You're a person of color. You want to be my DNC chair? We could rob the American people together. Chelsea was like, nah, I'm not into that shit. Why are you rigging the primaries? I'm stepping down. You see what happens, guys? You see what happens? Every time. Listen, how about we make the good guys win? The good guys could win. What if the good guys won? What if we rewarded that behavior? What if when people saw wrong things happening and they told you, what if we rewarded that? And we didn't reward people that lied to us? That would be awesome, right? If it can't happen, let's make it happen. Let's be free thinking, innovative, and totally open-minded. Combination politics.